What's up, everyone? This is FGC UCLA's OG Reunion Part 2. Tonight's MGT, which is the last one, will be run by Lunchbox. Tonight I'm here with how do you pronounce it? We didn't get Cyanotetyphas. Okay, there we go. All right, solved. We've got the official pronunciation, guys. Finally. Okay, got it. So now I will get it right from now on. So Cyanotetyphas over here has had a storied history with FGC UCLA, one of the original staff members back when we started formalizing things. So I do feel like his perspective is highly valuable here. First of all, how do you feel about MGT, this being the last one run by Lunchbox tonight? Anything you're looking forward to?
I always felt like MGT was sort of like akin to the spirit of the FGC in general. You know, play as many games as you can. It's not necessarily like grinding is sort of like a personal thing. MGT is when like we can all kind of get together and just try random things. So it's always a nice event to see.
Any game you're looking forward to in particular, or?
I'm curious about the DS game.
Okay, let's go. See, everyone's hype about the Bleach game. I've done my job. Okay, that's good. So I guess MGT aside, you know, the club has grown a lot over the years. Anything that you would say is like the highlight of what you've seen over the years, like, in terms of the community or the games we played?
It was a lot of fun to see everyone at the last OG Mixer when we sort of like broadcasted and we got everyone out. We'll get like a lot of those people back today, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
I, of course, have really enjoyed running the CBBL.
Yeah, that's a marquee aspect of the club now.
You know, our online Broom Battle League that, you know, kind of came from, of course, your ranked sessions in in uni back in the beginning of the club days.
Yes, long ago.
And that always, like, there are so many, for me when I joined the club, there's so many games I wanted to, like, play and get good at, and it's so hard.
Yeah,
you know, it's so hard. So I really just I enjoy running that because it gives me a chance to really like play a game for a while and kind of get into it.
Yeah,
and we get to rub elbows with people that are actually good at the game. It's not just like you and your friend who are like playing schoolgirls.
Right.
And he picks up Peacock and then he's like, hey, you want to play? And you're like, I'm really busy today.
Schoolgirls, no, thank you. Well,
you know, it's like everyone comes in, so we play together. So that's what I always enjoy every season that's on for that.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like, it sounds like basically everything is the answer then. Everything is great about FGC UCLA. Well, I mean, it's an honor to hear that. Now, you mentioned CB...
I can talk shit about it.
Okay, all right. Maybe we'll save it for the other interview, the less than positive interview. So what's the story behind the Terumi and Bison? Like, I think these are your spirit characters, but what's the story behind them?
Well, Terumi is terrible. Yeah. And I was terrible at Blast Blue, so I'm like, I might as well, right?
Terrible, just like tiramisu.
Yeah, of course. I think the villains in general have like a good attitude. Like these guys, it makes sense they're fighting. The little schoolgirl who's like, I'm late to class. It doesn't exactly make sense that they're like, let's go to the death. Let me show you my level 3 critical art. You know, so that doesn't quite vibe with me. But the villains, it makes a lot of sense, especially. Like both Terumi and Bison, they're creating beef with everyone every minute of every day. You know? So it makes sense. People would just stop them in the street, be like, "Hey, I know you. Put your fucking hands up, because we're going right now."
Right. Okay, that's a good reason, I'd say.
Makes a lot of sense to me.
And they also have like some dark, edgy colors in their palettes. So.
Yeah, they're cool looking. Terumi's got the ballad song. Bison kind of teleports around in his older entries.
I can never
shoulder pads and everything.
Yeah.
They're cool looking.
I can never block that in SF5. The teleport. Yeah, scope killer for sure. Well, we've heard from Cyanotetyphas. I want to get the full name here. On two of his, marquee characters. Now, more regarding kind of the main idea behind CBBL, right? Because you did mention the ranked leagues that we used to run, or rather the ranked sessions that we did way back in 2019, 2020. But it seems to have grown well out of the scope of the actual club itself. Do you feel like that's where you want it to go, and where do you see it going, like, down the line?
Well, I'd still say, like the most entrants come from UCLA every season. It still is based around the Discord and getting people into the Discord. So I'd say the foundation is still the club. A lot of people that play like Tap and Lotus are people that have joined the club more recently, and they're there every season.
Yeah.
So you need that like core nucleus of people to like just be willing to try games out and things like that. It's easier when they're around. You can be like, hey.
Yeah.
Hey,
Just come in. Yeah. Even if you're lurking, so it's all good. It's all fun and games.
We expanded. We hit all the way to the East Coast with Guilty Gear Zerd. We have people from Rochester and New York in the club. Not in the club, in the CBBL.
Right.
But still just people here and there. I guess my ambition is to get it so there's generally more entrants per college. And that we can bring up the competition level of college versus college a little bit within the club, but still mostly it's still just a rank ladder, where people can try out the game. So as far as like my real ambition is just to keep like trying new games and maybe even be able to go to like less extremely popular games,
right,
here and there, which is we usually do in the summer anyway. We did. Well, actually, 3S is pretty popular. But
Yeah, I know it's popular regardless. Yeah. So it sounds like just let the ideas flow as they come, and of course let the power of anime and rollback be on our side forever, right?
It's always got to be rollback. That's a law from Karushi himself here.
Yeah. Well, a couple fighting games, let's say, are coming out very soon. One in particular is coming out next week. Are you excited?
Is that true?
Is that true? I don't know. I don't know. I don't play fighting games,
You
but
don't care about it?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, what do you think about it?
Yeah, pretty high for Street Fighter 6. I mean, it's a good feeling game. I know you didn't try it, but it feels really good.
I'll take your word for it. Yeah.
It also feels pretty gritty, like modern games, which always just means strive. They took the moveset and they minus moves, and then they're like, well, try to make this work. But in Street Fighter, like Ken got moves I haven't seen before, and he has like a Rekka series with his quarter circle forward kick and stuff like that. Like he has new stuff. He has command dash. Like that's another B skill, and it has 3 follow-ups. It's like kind of goofy, yeah.
Okay, saucy.
So they actually have been putting stuff into the characters, and just one thing that I really like about it is if you don't play 5, but if you did play 5, very buttonsy.
Yeah.
Like as a Bison main, sorry, but it's often like in my best interest to press a button every second.
Right. And never apologize, by the way.
It's just like I'm +3. Like
Yeah.
why would I stop doing this?
Right.
And then I have a button that walks me in, and I can start over again. But this one, it's like as soon as you hit a button, it's blocked. It's like you're like -4.
Yeah. I mean, it's good though. They've
Like shit, what do I do?
Yeah.
So it's like good. You have to actually think about what buttons you're going to use. So you're always in the mix-up. You're never just like, oh, I'm +17. Hold this.
Right.
Which that style is tiring to me. Played like Guilty Gear Strive, where people are just like continually rebuy pressure with their plus whatever shit, and you're just like, where's the gap?
plus frames every day. Yeah. All right. Well, we've talked a lot about fighting games. Any last things you'd like to say that don't relate to fighting games or FGC or even FGC itself?
Everyone should do high intensity interval training.
Let's go. That's what I expected to hear.
There's, you could lift too, but I find that people are a little more prone to injury with lifting. It just happens, even if you're careful. There's an all-cause mortality protection. They study older people. If you have higher grip strength, you have a 20% less chance of dying from any cause. Any
Okay.
cause.
Whoa. That's a statistic.
People would kill for that.
Wow.
And then people are like, I'll take a vitamin. Yeah, that's easy, but you could actually do something. Go out there, go run up and down some stairs. It'll help.
Okay, got it.
Most of you are young, so you've got a few years. But do it, start doing it, build a good habit.
Perfect.
Work out.
Well, some masterful advice from the one and only Cyanotetyphas. Thank you so much for sitting down for this interview. This ended up being much more formal than I expected, but regardless, I'll see you guys for the next one.